I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and this is a look at the Afloia air purifier. So this is a air purifier. It's a true HEPA filter according to Afloia. It's actually an H13 rated, they say. So that means it'll take out particles, 99.99% of particles down to 0.1 microns according to the H13 spec. So this is designed to be used for smoke, for pet dander, for allergens, any kind of things you'd have in your house that are going to be those small, fine particulates, dust, that kind of thing. The design here, we've got this sort of monolith, this big circular device, and we've got the air output on the top. We've got a 360-degree input on the bottom. I'll open it up in a second so you can see the filter, but it's a 360-degree filter. So it means it can be relatively small and pull in a fair amount of air. It's rated to purify the air in about a 500 square foot room once every half hour. So it's definitely powerful enough for a small room if you want to do more frequent purification or if you want to do some supplementary purification in a bigger space. Simple controls, we've got fan speed here. There's a high speed. Just a quick note that the maker of this purifier gifted me one to review as a sponsorship, so thank you for that. Sleep and medium speed. The sleep setting is going to be very quiet, so I'll be quiet in here for a second. It's barely moving at all, just a little trickle of air in the background there. It's also going to shut the lights off on that sleep setting, so that's helpful to see. Mid-tier is just going to be, your kind of standard fan mode, and then if you've got a lot of smoke in the space, say you burn something on the stove, you can bump it up to the high speed, or if you want to quickly purify a room. So nice to see these different settings, and I like that with the sleep setting, it's going to ramp itself down and then actually shut the lights off to not disturb you. And then over here, we've got our timer. So if we want to set a 8-hour, 4-hour, or 2-hour timer to have this shut off, if you're going to sleep and you don't want to have it running all night, it's easy enough to do that. And then another cool feature here, when we're on one of our non-sleep modes, we can actually change the light color or turn this light on and off. And we can change this and set between different multicolored settings here. And that's kind of neat if you want to put this in a kid's room, for example, and you want to choose their favorite color so that it doesn't look like a scary device. You can go ahead and do that here. So you can see I'm holding this down and just letting it change colors. Maybe I want to make it kind of this reddish orange. I'm going to go ahead and press it there, and it'll stop and it'll hold that color. So again, really nice to be able to set that and customize it to either your own decor or to a kid's preferences. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at the filter. So getting to the filter is easy. I just flipped it over. I'm going to go ahead and open this bottom part, and you can see this 360-degree filter. It's got multiple stages to it, with the true HEPA filter, they say, a pre-filter, and then also a filter that deals with more things like odors, like a carbon filter in there. So nice to see the stacked design. A 360-degree filter means it's pulling air in from all sides of the device and then exhausting it out the top. And the final thing I'd say here is that it's a fairly low power consumption device. So it actually only uses about 23 watts, which means it can be powered from this 24-volt AC adapter. So it's got enough power to move, again, air to purify a 500 square foot room or thereabouts about every 30 minutes, but it is going to use a relatively small amount of power. So if you're trying to cut down on power, or if you want to use this in an RV or something where you're going to have a relatively small space and you want to be mindful of your power consumption, this is a good option for that as well. So that's the Afloia